For the second night in a row, the Seattle Seahawks have decided to interrupt my evening when I was hoping to relax and watch some American Idol, as we have breaking news. Seattle has signed veteran offensive lineman Josh Jones, who was most recently with the Baltimore Ravens, to a one-year deal worth up to $4.75 million. Welcome into this special at-home edition of Seattle Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones, your fearless leader, here with you, coming at you from the Jones Zone tonight, as we tell you everything you need to know about Josh Jones. Let's go over the resume and get to know Josh Jones a little bit. He was a 2020 third-round pick out of the University of Houston. Go Cougs. And he went to the Arizona Cardinals, so this will be his second visit to the NFC West, as he was there from 2020 to 2022. Then had a stop with the Houston Texans and spent last season with the Baltimore Ravens, where he didn't see a whole lot of action, in all honesty, as he played in a total of 64 snaps, had an offensive grade of 49.8. He did register a pass block grade of 73.5 last year. And he had a run block grade, folks. I'm pulling this up in real time here. A run block grade of 52.2 was the grade he put together there. So his numbers, not bad for not seeing a ton of action on the football field. But based on what we know with him playing in 24 career games as a starter, 76 as a backup, I am made to believe that it is very unlikely that Josh Jones is going to be a starting offensive lineman for this Seahawks team. I would think that this is kind of the de facto replacement for George Fant here. That Seattle finds a guy that, as Ian Rappaport described, a versatile offensive lineman, and that will be viewed as your backup, swing offensive tackle of sorts. It doesn't seem like things add up for him to be a starter, and it seems like a great unknown because this guy just hasn't seen a ton of time on the field as of late, but provides some much-needed depth. We talked about earlier today, we loved the signing of Sam Darnold. That was great, but still need guys to protect him. And you did need some backup offensive linemen, but we need more than that. John, I need starter quality. I need guards. I need guards, John. What is your one-word reaction to the Seahawks signing Josh Jones? I'll give you my one-word reaction in just a moment, but want to hear from you guys first. Way in the comment section, let us know what you think. Folks, this is why you subscribe to Seattle Seahawks Today. Look, it's getting close to bedtime. I got to be in the office very early tomorrow. We got a live show again tomorrow, and then another live show again on Wednesday. But here we are, still bringing you content and keeping you up to date on every single move. As I've said many times previously, no move is too big or too small. We cover it all here on Seahawks Today. We're keeping you up to date with everything that's happening with your Seattle Seahawks. We are closing in on 64,000 subscribers on the channel. I believe we're a little less than 300 away from reaching that next milestone. So, if you can do me a favor, the biggest thing you can do to help me out as a thank you for bringing you this content when I should be just enjoying my night watching some American Idol and heading to bed. Instead, I'm here with you guys giving you breaking news here. The way you can help us out is just by simply hitting that sub button. More subscribers means more content. We're bringing you more content than ever before, and we can even bring you even more as we continue to grow this channel. Subscribe now for free. You'll be glad you did. 1 year, $4.75 million for Josh Jones to get Seattle, get the ball kind of rolling on this offensive line situation. And the theme that I have said about when it comes to how I would approach the offensive line situation, and I'll be very curious how things unfold over the next couple of days with more free agent signings, is that I think that Seattle needs to position themselves with this starting offensive line to just put the best 5 out there. What I have been seeing, and others have been noticing around the National Football League, is that the offensive line is starting to become positionless, where it's kind of like in basketball terms, all right, where you want to put the best 5 guys on the floor, and you'll find a way to make it work. And I look at Seattle's situation here, and I know that there's a number of guys that are looking at in the draft potentially for that 18th overall pick, and they could be in a spot where, there's maybe a tackle like, let's say, a Kelvin Banks, for example. Or maybe it's a Tyler Booker that's available. Just throwing some names out there. Maybe you feel more comfortable with playing Banks at right tackle and moving Abraham Lucas to a guard spot. I think that's within the realm of possibility here. So a guy like Josh Jones, who's versatile, who can play multiple positions, I don't expect him to be a starter. But what I would be asking if I was signing Josh Jones here, and I'm on the offensive coaching staff, I'm saying that I'm looking for him to just learn a couple different positions and be ready to go at all times. Just be ready. When your name is called, be ready to go and be flexible. And I think that's the best way he can potentially help out this Seahawks team and provide some depth and compete hard and see where the chips fall where they may in that regard. I think that's the best thing he can do. I promise you my one-word reaction. I got on a little tangent there. My one-word reaction, it's meh. It's not a great signing, but you needed it. You needed to find a replacement for George Fant. And the other thing I'll say this, George Fant, we barely saw last year. Couldn't stay healthy. And now I bring in a guy like Josh Jones, who is younger, cheaper, and hopefully a guy I can depend on more than George Fant. If he is what I think, taking on the George Fant role, then just those signs alone are a positive. But the job is far from finished, folks. Let's see them go get some guards. Let's see them get some actual starters here. What I would tell the folks out there, if I'm going to put a positive spin of where we go from this direction from here, that may be like me saying here, okay, whatever. If you're in that camp, like kind of I am, in all honesty, my positive spin would be on this, no matter what. I know this isn't the most exciting signing in the world, if we're going to be frank. It just really isn't. But you were going to need to make this type of signing anyway. Sure, this being the second signing of free agency is a bit underwhelming. Like, this is what we went with? This is the second signing? Like, I was hoping for a starter here. I was hoping for a little something more. But you were going to need to find a backup swing tackle, somebody with veteran experience, somebody to fill that George Fant role anyway. And you found that here with Josh Jones. So, with that said, I don't hate it. It's not the sexiest signing by any stretch of the imagination, but it is something you needed. And so you cross off another box, but you still have several more boxes to check off before this is all said and done with NFL free agency here. How would you grade the signing? A, B, C, D, or F? It's cheap. It's something you needed. Not the most exciting. I'll go C here. It gets a passing grade. It's not over the top. It's not terrible, but you needed it. I'll go with a C as my grade here. Give me your grade in the comment section below. Folks, appreciate you joining us here on this special edition of Seahawks Today. Now, we go back to watching American Idol and then going to bed, and then I will be in the office, and we will be live tomorrow afternoon for a special edition of Seahawks Today Live with full free agency coverage. You will not want to miss it on the channel. And make sure you subscribe and join us. We'll also be live again on Wednesday as well for more free agency coverage. Don't miss out on it. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. The coverage continues right here on Seahawks Today. We'll see you next time.